Hey y'all, I'm Leah. I'm your sports editor, and I know you're not very excited for spring break to be over, but I am. I'm ready to be back in the swing of prep sports. So let's dive right in. We start with all three track teams. Hayden, Sirocco, and Steamboat Springs are headed to Grand Junction this week because they'll be competing in the regional championships for the Western Slope League in both Class 4A and Class 2A. They have until May 11th to reach those state qualifying track marks, and after that, we'll have a full state qualifying list for y'all, so stay tuned as far as track goes. Now, if we move over into Steamboat Girls Soccer, they have 2 more games left in the regular season this week, starting with Glenwood Springs and ending with Rifle. The opponent we're looking at this week, of course, is Glenwood Springs. Last time the Sailors hosted Glenwood Springs, they beat them 4-1 at home, but Glenwood has made some adjustments, and actually they hosted Battle Mountain recently, and Battle Mountain only was able to notch that win 1-0. As you remember, Battle Mountain has shut out Steamboat Springs both times this season, so going to Glenwood could pose a new challenge for these Sailors. Glenwood also has a lot to fight for. They're number 35 in the RPI rankings. You have to be in the top 32 to make the playoffs. Steamboat is sitting pretty at number 18, so that looks like a really nice upset for these Demons, and I'm sure that we're going to have a tough competition this week looking at that matchup. Now, if we move over to lacrosse, we actually have a lot of really fun and exciting lacrosse news. I don't know if y'all saw my CHASA Legislative Council article while y'all were out on the beaches of Mexico or Florida, but the girls lacrosse will be split into 2 classes for the 2021 season. That's 5A and 4A. We do not know yet where Steamboat stands, but we do know that the boys are Class 4A. This could be really huge for girls lacrosse. Steamboat could also have a better chance at making the postseason. Now, if we think about the present, the girls lacrosse team is currently number 17 in the RPI standings. They need to maintain that spot and stay within the top 20 to make the playoffs. That's their big goal for this season. I know that senior Lucy Shimmick is hoping that she can lead this team before she heads off to college to play for Liberty University. So it's really exciting time for the girls lacrosse team. They will be playing Eagle Valley and Battle Mountain this week. Now, Battle Mountain's the rival to kind of keep an eye out for. Eagle Valley has a losing record so far this season, but Battle Mountain and Steamboat kind of have an even record at 7-4, but Battle Mountain actually lost to Roaring Fork, whereas we remember that Steamboat beat Roaring Fork 15-10 earlier this season. But it is a rivalry, so we do not know what could happen there. But they'll be playing in Steamboat territory, so that's a huge advantage for these Sailors. Y'all come on out and you support that girls lacrosse team. If we're looking at the boys lacrosse team, they're sitting pretty at number 5 in the RPI standings. They're hoping that they can host the playoffs, and you can host the playoffs through the quarterfinal, so it would be a huge deal for these Sailors. They don't have tough competition this week. They're facing Vail Mountain. Now, they did narrowly defeat Vail Mountain earlier this season in a triple overtime challenge. They won 11-10, but Vail Mountain hasn't really done that much since then. They actually have a losing record, 4-9, and they're probably not even a playoff team. So the Sailors might come off with an easy victory here at home in Steamboat Springs. Top scorers, Jacob Gilbertson, 34 goals and 10 assists. McCrae Dillingham, 20 goals, 8 assists. And then somebody to keep an eye out for is sophomore Ryan McNamara. He has found a lot of recent success on varsity. He moved up from the junior varsity team. He currently has 4 goals through 2 games, and it's just really exciting to see the future of Steamboat lacrosse meet that 20-person class of seniors that's playing right now for the Sailors. Now, the Steamboat Springs baseball team is on the road this week. They play Summit and Rifle in their territory. They're sitting at number 32 in the RPI standings, meaning they are right on the cusp of a playoff spot. They probably need to win out to maintain that spot and earn that postseason berth. But they're going to be right here in 2 weeks. On May 11th, they will play Glenwood Springs at 11 a.m. I expect a nice crowd to be out here. I'm hyped for baseball. Y'all should get hyped for baseball. And that's all I've got for you this week. I'm Leah Vann. I'm your sports editor, and I'm excited to see y'all after your nice spring break.